Brands, brands, brands. They're everywhere. Shirts, shoes, socks, slacks. It seems everything and everyone is covered. Love 'em or hate 'em, it seems impossible to avoid brands.
Brands were driving me crazy. Every birthday I'd be hoping for a new t-shirt or a nice pair of slacks, and I'd find myself with a big advertisement across my chest. Brands were threatening to tear up my whole family. Come Christmas or birthdays or Valentine's Day, my wife and I never really had the money to afford the expensive brands. Kids would always be disappointed, which would lead to a fight between them and my wife, which would then lead to a fight between my wife and me, and then I'd get into the drink and just trying to keep up with all your friends and your neighbors. One morning I just woke up and I said, to hell with it. I'm not going to wear brands anymore, and neither are my kids or my wife. So I went through the house and well, I tried to remove every single brand from every single piece of clothing in the house, but of course I didn't have much success. I tried to tear the labels off with my hands, and I'll be damned, those things are on pretty good, you know. So after a couple hours of tugging and pulling and pushing, we went out to the garage and I got myself a hacksaw, and I knew I'd have to be careful cutting into those clothes, but I mean, even a hacksaw didn't work. I couldn't get into it. Just too dang tough. I've ruined half my wardrobe trying to remove them brands. My tools are no match for the way they get the brands on so good.
Hi, I'm Robyn Moody, here with a remarkable new service that can finally rid you of those stubborn brands. It's called the Brand Removal Service.
After years of research, scientists working with space-age technology have uncovered the secret that will finally have those company logos disappearing like magic. Let's see how it works.
Now, the first thing we have to determine in the brand removal procedure is how badly the garment is affected. Those that are less severe can usually be released after a short brand removal procedure, sometimes taking only 20 minutes. Those that are more severe, your gap, your heel figure, will often have to be kept overnight, as the procedure for a full heel figurectomy is quite complex. I think I can best explain using this diagram. Now let's say this shape represents a shirt, and this shape represents what we scientists call a brand. Now, through the brand removal service, what we do is we remove the brand, leaving a pristine garment behind. Yes, occasionally a brand is so embedded in the clothing that full extraction is too dangerous. In these cases, a sort of bandage or patch is used so that the brand is effectively hidden and, for all intents and purposes, destroyed. Well, I'm convinced. How about you, audience? Now, folks, just to show you how difficult it can be to remove today's stubborn brands, we've rigged up this powerful laser. Just to show you how powerful this laser is, we're going to cut through this sheet of paper. First, I'll need my brand-free lab coat, and some safety goggles, of course. Now, we'll set up this sheet of paper, and let's power up the laser. Could we bring down the lights, please? Okay, powering up. Look at that! That paper didn't stand a chance. Isn't that amazing, folks? Well, I know what you're saying. That's just a piece of paper. Well, let's find out what this laser can really do. Let's see what it does to this shiny quarter. Let's clamp her in and power up. Well, we'll switch the laser on here. Now let's boost the power here a bit. Well, look at that! It cut right through. Well, let's just turn the laser off here and see what it's done. We'll just take it out of the clamp here and... Whoa! Look at that! That is hot! Look at that! That is one powerful laser. Now I know you're thinking, anyone can burn through a quarter. Well, now it's time for the real test. Let's see what it does to this stubborn brand. Well, we'll just get this shirt set up here, and we're going to try and cut this label right out. We'll switch the laser on here. Oh my God! Well, we almost removed the brand, but look, this shirt's ruined. Isn't that amazing, folks? Let's listen to a few people who have been debranded and find out what it's done for them.
At first I was buying brand names and I was putting down the good money for it. It just didn't stop. I would start dreaming them, I would start, thinking about, well, I had these, but which ones didn't I have? And after I had them all, it was like, you finished off your hockey card set. It was just this empty feeling. The next thing was to start maybe wearing no brands. I saw this booth, but I kind of thought they were selling something, and they were taking off, removing labels, and I just thought I'd give it a try. And I took it home, and well, I hung it up on my wall, and I looked at it, I just lay on my bed and I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I was looking at it, and yeah, when I woke up, it was like, yeah. So the next day, I just emptied out my closet and brought it down to the booth and just laid it on there. They did it all because it just looks so great. If I could debrand a top hat, that's what I'd be wearing right now. I just feel so good with this service. I'm walking straighter. I'm talking clearer. I'm thinking clearer because of this. There's just my life now has been before and after the brand removal service. My self-esteem is well, 123%. Brand removal service, I have to thank you.
Since my family and I have gotten rid of all the brands in the house, things have gotten a little simpler. Well, a lot simpler. Simpler and a lot more pleasant. I mean, the wife and I are talking again, and I mean, the kids aren't as surly to their mom and me, and things are a lot happier since we got the brand removal service. Thanks, brand removal service.
Now, folks, what do you think a service like this is worth? Would you be willing to pay $100? $500? $5 million? Well, you won't have to, because the brand removal service is absolutely free.
Tired of brands ruling your life? Fed up with being a walking billboard? Have you tried to remove brands yourself? You can't cut them off. You can't saw them off. You can't sand them off. You can't hammer them off. You can't spray them off. You can't even burn them off. This shirt's ruined. Even a powerful laser couldn't remove this stubborn brand. Just leave it to the experts. Using space-age technology, scientists have designed a way to remove brands from your expensive clothes safely and effectively. And it's absolutely free. Take advantage of the brand removal service today.